I thought it was interesting that the Republicans had a press conference this morning to talk about the failure of their filibuster, but here we are. Republicans are engaged in an obvious filibuster to prevent a vote on the Equal Rights Amendment and also to keep the majority from finishing the work of the session. They have talked about it casually with our members. Operation Talk Till Midnight is well underway, and they've been high-fiving at midnight on Monday. In addition, they conditioned their support for a state infrastructure bill on our agreeing not to do the Equal Rights Amendment. And Minnesota Democrats are just not going to negotiate away Minnesotans' civil rights for a few construction projects. This is a really important measure to lots of Minnesotans. It's super important to the House DFL caucus. It's very important to the Senate DFL caucus, and we will take it up. The Equal Rights Amendment was initially scheduled for floor action for Monday. Instead of doing that on Monday, the Republicans filibustered a motion to accept a conference committee report on junk fees, a bill that many of them eventually voted for after 8 hours and 5 minutes of debate, pushing it off. The Equal Rights Amendment was again scheduled for Wednesday, and again, Republican filibustering prevented us from taking up that measure. On Wednesday, they talked about the Paid Family Medical Leave Act Conference Committee report for 7.5 hours, more than 8 hours, when passage of the bill, setting up the program, took less time than that. This pattern of debate is out of the norm for them and is pursuant to a stated strategy to prevent a vote on the Equal Rights Amendment. The measure that they debated for 7 hours on Monday passed with broad bipartisan support. Many of the members who had spent the longest filibustering that bill ended up voting for it. Minnesotans sent us here to deliver. We will deliver. We'll get the work done. The minority absolutely has a right to be heard. 8 hours was a full debate on the Paid Family Medical Leave technical bill. But just as the rules provide that the minority has a right to be heard, the rules of the House also provide that the majority has the right and the responsibility to govern. So at a point when every speech is for a dilatory purpose, every speech is out of order, and we needed to go to a vote, and we did.